morning and welcome. And it is Friday, and that was the live from the gymnasium, people working out on Friday. Every morning, it happens every morning on Arise Africa. But then today on Friday, remember, it's Friday. We are keeping it African, keeping it casual. We've got a lot lined up for you. And if you're just joining us, remember our lines, Aviation TV Kenya on Facebook, Aviation TV Kenya on Twitter, hashtag Arise Africa. Get conversational even as we start with the catch-up. So this week, we've been talking a lot about herbal and, conserving our environment. Today, our major topic is about herbal medicine and contemporary medicine. We had a debate about it. Do you feel like herbal medicine is better than the conventional kind of medicine that we're used to? Do you think that people should go herbal? That was the debate. We went on the streets, and this is what people had to say.
I'm Fredo Chieng. Herbal medicine compared to conventional medicine, I prefer conventional medicine. Because the one for herbal has not been well refined, still being done in a Jakali way. So that is really makes it not appropriate for human as compared to the one for conventional medicine, because at least the ones, there's a laboratory research that has been carried out, and they have come up with the appropriate ways of administering the drug. But when you get to the herbal, you don't even know the dose. It is not even very easy to know the dose you're supposed to be taking. So I think that's why I prefer conventional medicine.
My name is Michael. From my own side, I've never taken herbal medicine, but I think conventional medicine would do so much because I trust it and I haven't seen any side effects from it. But herbal, I think you better ask those ones who have used. Do have a trust on conventional because it's kind of like more digitalized than the herbal one. But if there's any herbal one that is better, they can work on it and make it conventional.
Kwa maoni yangu naona kwamba hizi dawa za miti shamba waga ziko nzuri kwa sababu ni miti ambayo imekuzwa katika shamba. Na ukiangalia katika hizi dawa zingine za madukani, unakuta kwamba hizo duka ni zile zinatengenezwa na mikono ya binadamu. Na hizi tangu mwanzo, hata tangu wa kuumba nchi, hizo dawa za miti shamba zikwako. Hata tukiangalia Wahindi, Muhindi anatumia hizi dawa kama za miti shamba. Haidagi hospitali hivyo. Ukiangalia Masai ni hiyo miti shamba. Kwa hivyo kwa maoni yangu naona kwamba hizo dawa za miti ni dawa ni nzuri. Hata unaona kwamba ziko na afya. Daktari wa miti shamba anakuambia kwamba ukitumia hizo unakuta kwamba mwili wako inakuwa sawa.
My name is Rita, and my opinion about whether conventional medicine or traditional herbal medicine is fine, I would go for conventional medicine. My reasons being, they are fine, they've undergone through a fine process, they are clean, and you don't just take them like over the counter or you're just given by someone from the street. You go through a process, a prescription from a doctor, and the whole process is fine. I can't compare it to the herbal medicine.
My name is Winnie Olol. I'm a student at the University of Nairobi, and I prefer conventional medicines because at least the quantity is measured compared to herbal medicine where you just take maybe a glass or there's no specific quantity. And also they are tested and medically proven.
I would say the natural medication because there's no side effects. Let's say I went herbal, might give me a rash, might end up like a goat eating the damn herbs and everything. That ain't cool. So herbal is okay if you don't have like side effects. Because I know some people have used herbs and they have like rashes and scars and all. Look like from this to this because of the herbs. So stick to the natural way because that's the way God wanted you to be. So do the natural way. But if you got some herbs, spread them around, bro.
Varied opinions right there. Different topics, same topic, different opinions. The same topic, different opinions. What do you feel about herbal medicine and conventional medicine? Would you rather use the herbal medicine to conventional medicine? What do you feel about it? Talk to us, Aviation TV Kenya on Facebook, at Aviation TV Kenya on Twitter. Hashtag is Arise Africa. And today, now that we're keeping it African, we try to do everything the African way. And I don't know what that means to you, but then herbal medicine and conventional medicine. I just feel like they're all the same, but then that's all my opinion. But people had different opinions, people calling it dawa ni miti. That's a term I had yesterday that was hilarious, but then different people called it different things. But then that's what they had to say. What do you have to say about it? This is Arise Africa, and on the health tip today, we'll be teaching you something new. So this is the health tip for the day. Our health tip for the day, and remember, it has a lot of things to do. Remember when we were young, people used to tell us, if you don't see well during the night, you should eat carrots. So it also helps with the vision. But then if you didn't know that it also helps with the gums and teeth, you know today. It also prevents stroke. It also helps you with beautiful skin. I don't know what beautiful skin is, because if you're just beautiful, you're just beautiful. But then I believe it just helps it glow, helps it nutrient. It sheds some things that are harmful on your skin for perfect skin. You know, God is wonderful that way. He made everything for us. We don't need anything. We've got everything natural. This is Arise Africa, and if you're learning something, remember to talk to us, Aviation TV Kenya on Facebook, at Aviation TV Kenya on Twitter, and start the conversation. We will be having a lot for you. We have our guest for the day, so prepare your questions for her. She is fantastic. I'm not telling you who her name is, but then now at least you know it's a she. It's fantastic. We'll be having her for the day. We have a quote for the day. Remember, keep it locked. We've got inspirational moments. We've got habits, DIY, good vibes, performance lounge, and the feature for the day. You don't want to miss all this. I want you to keep it Arise Africa this Friday. And so we move on our business Mwananchi. For the day, this is just where we go around randomly picking businesses that capture our eye, that are fantastic. And before we get to our business Mwananchi, I like to know how the weather is out there, because it's unpredictable, and I'm pretty sure you'd like to know what the weather is out there. So we go on weather, and you can see they're giving me the traffic, but then the weather is fantastic. We can match the two, and also they see the traffic today is crazy, being a Friday. And last Friday it wasn't this crazy. Today it's just crazy. There's only one lane moving. There's a lot of people. I think there's a convention or something. That is Waiyakiwe is unusually busy today. There must be something going on in the university. And you can see that people have smiled up. Today should be a graduation. Is it a graduation? I'll confirm that too, because I'm seeing a lot of people on that street. A lot of people have gathered on that street. But it is a sunny day, so be sure to wear something light, but then prepare something warm for later on in the day. That was our weather, and imagine with a little bit of traffic so that you know how Waiyakiwe looks today. We will catch up with more on traffic and more up to date on traffic later. So we move on to our business Mwananchi.
My name is Tom Ogola. I've been working here for almost 2 years. By the time we started here, hatukukuwa na client wengi sana, because tulikuwa kwa nyumba ya kwanza, alafu kuna business ile ilikuwa hapo. So this one of politicians wale walikuja akatuambia, akatupromote kidogo, wale walikuwa hapa BTH, alafu sasa sisi tukaungana BTH venye umekuja, umeona steps with this side and this side, tukashikana, alafu sasa at least tukatutengenezea hii, tukalipa pesa pole pole ile tukamrudisha, alafu tukabaki na hii nyumba. But my name is Tom Ogola. I've been working here for almost 2 years. By the time we started here, hatukukuwa na client wengi sana juu because tulikuwa kwa nyumba ya kwanza, alafu kuna business ile ilikuwa hapo. So this one of politicians wale walikuja akatuambia, akatupromote kidogo, wale walikuwa hapa BTH, alafu sasa sisi tukaungana BTH venye umekuja, umeona steps with this side and this side, tukashikana, alafu sasa at least tukatutengenezea hii, tukalipa pesa pole pole ile tukamrudisha, alafu tukabaki na hii nyumba. But ile kitu naweza sema ni safari juu ukiwa umeona pale kuna changamoto kama nyumba inakuwa hai. Saa hii venye sasa umeona saa hii serikali imeingia politics, VAT iko wakati wa baridi, but we can't complain. Ile kidogo tunapata, at least watoto wanaenda shule, tunalipa ile rent. Yes, ile iko pale hapa pia. Client pia tunapata because now you see it's a private place, security is very high, so unapata at least tunatengeneza wabunge, wa county reps pale, walk-in musicians, hata wenye wanaenda harusi pia tuna make hapa tu. So naweza sema at least changamoto ile tunakuanga nayo sana ni wakati wa baridi. Ile ikishafika wakati wa baridi unapata watu wa chef, watu watengenezi wanangojea mwezi moja na nusu. Sasa unapata at least hapo ndio changamoto ile tunaona sana hapa. Nakwambia hatuwezi complain sana because almost our clients hata wakienda utapata wamerudi na watu wawili watatu. Juu hata usai unaona we have musician called Signature is our clients, anaenda 3 to 4 times a week. Secondly, client akikuja regularly, there's an offer like tea tuna provide and a good service. So we make relationship between me and clients so that hata ile kesho akikuja atafurahia. Yeah. So most of the clients we make here is not si wazee sana, sio vijana sana, but unapata most of the clients ni vijana na wasanii, alafu wabunge, but si sana vile, lakini unapata wasanii wanakuja continuously. Unapata mtu kama wazee wakikuja once bado wanalea nywele, but unapata wasanii unapata yeye anataka kujirembesha 3 times a week, 4 times, things like that. So the average, you can't complain about that because hata ile rate tumeweka ya kunyoa si expensive sana. It is just average that you can't complain when you work here. So that's what I can say. And then ile changamoto ile iko tena ile naweza sema unapata tu sai labda vijana wanaona tu labda umesoma kidogo na unaona tu kama hii kinyozi si kazi ama hair work si kazi, but I can just advise them hii ni job because mali imetutoa mpaka sai. As you see me, saa nimevaa suti, like some MPs. So unapata kidogo ile unapata na unaweka pale, na tumeshikana hapa pia, tuko na umoja nikifanya kazi ile by sometimes utapata tumeenda mbele sana, labda umepata kitu yako umetengeneza, hata ukikuja job bado ile umeweka nyumbani inakuboost in terms of fare, ile at least kama changamoto ile baridi iko, kama mna save ile ya nyumba, but kuna kitu pia unafanya nyumbani kidogo kidogo. So job is job. So far this business now imetapaka kila mahali like other business, but huwezi sema ati kama mtu anauza machungwa mahali fulani wewe huwezi uza tena kando yake. So it is you to be patient, to build your clients. As I say, in this building we have many salons and barber shop around here, but you see we maintain our clients, the way we talk, the way you just build your clients, because people are many. Kuna wenye wanazaliwa, kuna wenye, so mimi naweza ile kitu naweza sema for you to achieve, just risk. You risk for your first time, and I think you will achieve more. But patient. Watu hawezi vumilia, labda mtu akifungua hata business yake anaona tu 1 month anataka profit 100%. No, unaweza enda hasara hata by 5 or 3 months kabla hujapata profit, but by the end of it utapata at least kuna income. Yes. So be patient, you just be neat and to talk to your clients. People are many in CBD, even around Nairobi, and that's okay.
Pretty interesting story right there. Welcome back. That was Business Mwananchi for the day, and we were talking to Tom Ogola, the manager to Hairworks Beauty. It is a barber. It doubles up as a barber shop and as a salon, and it also has a massage place. It's a really good place, and it was a busy day for them. It was a good business. We thank you for that. And if you've got any business out there, business story out there that you feel we want to cover, you feel like Arise Africa should come and cover, hit us up on our lines, Aviation TV Kenya on Facebook, at Aviation TV Kenya on Twitter, hashtag Arise Africa. We'll be sure to come and cover your business. If you feel you've got a story, like the way Tom had a story today telling us the challenges, the good side of the event, the way they satisfy their customers, so many other things that are exciting that you need to know about your business. And if you're feeling like you need to start a business, now at least you've got a wide array that every business is business. It's just fantastic. So tell us what you feel we need to do more on business and Business Mwananchi, and we feel what areas we feel we need to cover on Business Mwananchi. Now we go on our quote for the day, just to get a quote of the day to give us psych for the day, and Arise Africa will continue with so many other segments. If you do not raise your eyes, you think you're at the highest point. Antonio Pochia there with the quote of the day. If you don't raise your eyes, if you don't take that extra step to look up and see that you've got miles to go, you'll think you're at the highest point, so you'll not work hard. That's what it means to me. What does it mean to you? Talk to us on our lines. So right now we get our inspirational moments on Arise Africa, but when we come back, the DIY, the habits, the guest for the day, good vibes, the performance, and the feature, and so much more on Arise Africa. Keep it, Arise Africa. We go on inspirational moment. For the day, the piece behind martial arts. If you know, martial art requires a lot of concentration, so it sets the mood for the day. It requires a lot of concentration, a lot of determination, and that's what we had for an inspirational moment for the day, to just give you a determination and tell you that discipline is key, and try to motivate you towards going for your goal and working hard to craft whatever craft you're, if it's not martial arts, whatever craft you are into, crafting it and concentrating and having the discipline to go on. That's all the inspirational clip was all about. And if you feel it has given you a different angle, a different feel of the story, remember, you can talk to us on our lines. I want to catch up with the traffic so that we see what's on our roads today. That is Waiyaki, where it is stuck. the traffic is not moving. The lane coming into town to University Way is not moving, and you can see it is kind of static there. Only lane 1 is moving, so I guess University Way is moving. But then moving to the roundabout, there's nothing going on, and I guess there's graduation today, because there are a lot of people. It's like there is a graduation today. There's a lot of people on that road that is just adjacent to the University of Nairobi, the road that leads to the tunnel that bridges the university, if you know the landscape of Nairobi. But then if we can just see more on the road, that is what you're missing. If you're coming from Westlands, you better take a different route, because that road, Slim Stick, if you're late, don't use Uhuru Highway. It is not advisable. If it's not advisable to use Waiyaki Way or Uhuru Highway. We can see there is a clear pan. Raphael is the man behind that camera, giving us a view of the roundabout that connects Waiyaki Way, Lower Status Road, and Nyerere Road. That road that leads directly to Waiyaki Way, Uhuru Highway, and University Way. So it goes there. You can see traffic is moving. They've been queued to move in. There's a lot of hassle to people trying to get to town so fast, hence the traffic. If people could only wait and see, there's a lot of traffic going into town, University Way, and all the way to Waiyaki Way. That is the road that is next to St. Paul's University Chapel, if you know where that is. It is next to Waiyaki Way, University Way, Lower State House Road. Coming into town, you can see that's the route going to Waiyaki Way is clear, it's moving, and if you can see the screen, it is moving and flowing. That's the crowd I was talking about. It looks like there's something happening there today. So if you're using that route, change that route before you can use any other alternative routes in town. Going up Museum Hill, the road that leads near to Museum Hill overpass, it is flowing slowly, but then flowing all the same. So I guess if you're going to Westlands, you can only be patient. You'll take roughly 30 minutes to get to Westlands. If the traffic keeps moving like this, if it gets stuck, it is unpredictable. But then that's how our roads look like today. There is a lot of snail up Waiyaki Way. So as I said, there is a lot of snail up. It is a heavy day for traffic today, and the road leading from Museum Hill that is coming to this side of Waiyaki Way is flowing, but then gets stuck since there is no traffic moving all the way to University Way, and that's some of the things that we can catch up with the roads for the day. So that is all we have for traffic today. We'll keep on giving you updates if need be. If there's any development, we'll give you traffic. So we go on our safety tip for the day. It's Napo, again, with simulating some of the things that we need to know on safety. As hilarious as that looks from Napo, it is stress at work, overworking yourself, working longer hours, and working the same routine every day, understaffing, so many things that lead you to have stress at work, and you're going at faster paces than you expected. It's just what NAPO is trying to show us on safety tip. You need to be composed, you need to know what you're doing, plan your day, and try to see if you can divide duties and do departmented work, because he was doing all the work for himself, and eventually it got toll on him. He became the patient in the hospital. You can try to see the states of even the health sector, even the business, any business that people are understaffed and they work extra hours and long times. That is what it happens. So you can try to see how to ease that up before you end up as the video simulated. That was NAPO. And if you feel you're lying a lot from the safety tip, give us a shout out, tell us on our lines. Arise Africa is the hashtag. Aviation TV Kenya on Twitter, Aviation TV on Facebook, at Aviation TV on Twitter. Kenya on Twitter. That is what we've been catching up with on safety. So we go on ad break, but when we come back, the guest for the day, habits, DIY segment. It gets better. Need I say more? We go on a break.
At the Kenya Institute of Media and Technology, we are the gurus in the training of certificate and diploma in journalism, computer studies, business administration, hospitality management, travel and tourism management, clearing and forwarding, social work and community development, and electrical and electronics. Visit us at our head office at Mtihani House and Taveta Court, Nairobi. Kenya Institute of Media and Technology. Technology is power.
The boiling point mix.
Active Sounds DJ. Attention, ladies and gentlemen. This DJ is awesome.
Crossing over. Crossing over. As we crossing over. Crossing over. Jesus taking over. Make it with a baby. Make it with a daddy.
Activate.
Let go the wine. Dance with Christ like a sun you want shine. Active Sounds, them sister you want shine. Your biggest, baddest sounds that on the era. Make it with a baby.
Take your career to the skies with Nairobi Aviation College. 2014 intake is in progress for certificate and diploma courses in aeronautical engineering, airport operations, general aviation piloting, electrical and electronics engineering, computer science and IT, hotel and catering, travel and tourism, journalism and mass communication, business management, supplies management, community development, clearing and forwarding, secretarial, CPA and ATC programs. Visit our campuses in Meru, Nairobi, Kisumu, Nakuru, Mombasa, Eldoret and Kitale. Our courses are IATA approved. Nairobi Aviation College. Profession is power.
Welcome back to Arise Africa. This is the segment we've been waiting for. Our guest for the day, she's finally here. She goes by the name Aminata. But then most of her know as Amina. I call her Amina all the time. Today I realize Aminata is the name. She'll introduce herself and tell her what she does and why she's here.
Oh yeah, wow, right. My name is Amina, but my stage name is Aminata, so you don't know me.
I do know you. I do know you. I just wanted you to introduce yourself so that I don't give titles that are contradicting.
Okay, my stage name is Amina and Aminata. My ID names is Amina Mwangi. Yeah, I'm a poet. I'm a messenger of God. That's why I give the word as poetry. And a messenger of the youth. I'm also a marketer and a reporter. A jail of all trades. I tell you.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are all about that life sometimes. Doing everything, trying
we
to
do everything.
Trying to mix
make
it up.
ends meet.
Yes, exactly. So you can tell us more about your poetry before we talk about all those other things that you mentioned in that title.
Yeah, and let's talk about poetry. Poetry is my first love and my only love.
It is you're sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
It is your only love?
My only love. I can tell you that for sure. Yeah. Been doing poetry for a very long time, but unconsciously, I've been doing poetry consciously since I was 20. So that makes it 5 years. Wow. Into this industry. Started with the spoken word, then I was like, spoken word is good, but I need money.
Yes.
We all need money, so I decided to do something that would give me money. I started writing poetry and selling books and writing poetry for NGOs. Yeah.
And if you have been walking, if you're a big reader and you've been walking through your bookshops and seeing books, if you've come across Poetry is Cool, the lady behind it is just sitting next to me, and I'm so excited. So tell us about your books.
Okay, this is the first book out. Poetry is Cool. Actually, we are 4. Poetry is Cool is a group that started on Facebook without knowing each other. Yeah, we started. I was like writing poetry everywhere. Haphazardly on anyone's word, on anyone's just being on Facebook. You know those
You're
people.
You're one of those people.
Yeah.
Tag people long texts in the name of poetry. But then
Yeah. So after that, I was like, someone told me, why do you write on other people's word when you can create your group and have people write on your group? So I was like, wow. Makes a lot of sense, right?
The best thing anyone can ever tell.
Yeah, so I started a group, goes by Poetry School. We started, I added everyone who was my friend, and I tell you, I have so many friends on Facebook. So I added all of them, and after 1 month I write, no one comments, no one shares, no one does anything. You even wonder, did you all die?
You feel like changing your friends because you clearly are not reading.
Yeah, until one day I decided, now this week siandiki. Yani my inbox, nilikuwa nafungua inbox message, napata messages 17, all of them, where are you, where are the poetry? I was like, oh, kumbe you read.
Why don't they comment?
Why don't you comment?
Silent reader, they are stalking and then reading, going with the information, so not saying anything.
My Facebook fans, they were really supportive, so after a while they started asking for a book. And I gave them a book.
I love poetry on my wall, so be sure, feel it on my wall anytime. You can also feel it on Aviation TV Kenya, hashtag Arise Africa, because we're all about that life sometimes. Just feel it on our page. People will comment on this one.
I'll do just that.
People will comment on this
I'll do just that.
So that they can get a piece of what you do, because you are a very upbeat person. You like writing randomly and having pieces all the time.
And writing about everything and nothing. Yeah. You know, sometimes you write about things that really bother you and some things that really don't bother you, but you need to talk about them because they're there. You can't ignore them. So I write about everything and nothing.
And nothing.
At all.
But then sometimes you feel like, I can just write this randomly and see if these words can make funny meanings.
Okay, I'm not funny. Yeah.
That is what all the funny people say.
I'm not funny. I tell you, I'm not funny, especially when it comes to my art, because most times when I write about things that makes a lot of no sense, but a lot of sense. So
I'm
not
trying
funny.
to get what that means. Makes a lot of nonsense, but no, so
Yeah, a lot of nonsense, but makes
forth.
sense. Yeah, I don't do my poetry and compare a lot of things to think about, because you see, most people who hate poetry, they hate poetry because when you were in school, a teacher used to enter the classroom and ask you who is the persona.
Yeah,
First, you don't even understand Shakespeare's the terms. You're like, really?
Thou
Is this
art it
even
moveth.
English?
Who is the
Are
persona?
you trying to kill me? Then you ask, who is the persona? You don't understand the piece. So I make my pieces as simple as possible. I know people don't like reading very long things, so I write very short pieces, interesting and to the point.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is the way
So-
to go, because even in our life nowadays, if you see long text like those forwarded on platforms like WhatsApp and it's like 2 pages, you're like, who is going to read all this? So you read the first paragraph and the last line. No, not the last one, the last line. When
You
you
must
see,
admit.
send it to 5 more people, you're like, one of those forwarded texts. You have no idea what it can be a promotion.
Actually, they always end with, if you don't forward this, you don't love God.
Like, don't force me to do things I don't want to.
I love God in my own way. Come on, we all love in different ways.
True, but then it's all about long text and people going back and forth and not loving. But then I just guess we've gotten lazy after some time. We've gotten lazy. We don't feel like
No, we're not lazy. We just
don't
digital.
have time anymore.
We're digital.
Not digital. We could be reading blogs. They are online.
No, you know what they should introduce is that speaking up that we read for you. You just have to listen.
That is laziness. But then
No,
I do that
that's-
all the time. I listen to my books because when I'm traveling, I want something on my podcast that will be, that will make sense. So you'd rather listen to it than go
Read it.
home, shake, because
sleep.
you're traveling. If you sleep, you'll not listen either way. You'll just be dead asleep. So I'd rather the audio, but then not all the time. It's sometimes good to jog your mind, your visual, so that you can improve even in your reading.
Okay.
I don't know, but then it's just my take. Somebody told me that reading is better than listening, because when you're reading, you'll get a different interpretation from a person who is reading it to you and giving you
But-
the tone that she is reading with or
But
he is reading
listening
with.
is easier.
Yes, true. Hence, my word, but that's my opinion. Laziness.
We're not lazy. We're just digital.
We're just
This is a
digital.
digital government. Come on.
You can read things on Kindle. That is digital. Yeah, but then we're all about that life. So what are some of the things that in this poetry is cool? If I can just give them the cover,
Okay.
so they see how it looks like.
Poetry is cool. This is the first volume.
Mhm.
It's called the Love volume. Wow. I know everyone loves love, so
Yes.
we compiled pieces about love. Love about people, love about mothers, love about country, love about food. Yeah, that's my second love.
We all love our food. That is my guilty pleasure. Like,
You love
I
food.
get home and start cooking in the middle of the night.
And-
Wondering
and
what's
the
wrong with
neighbors
this
are
guy.
like,
It's the middle
do
of
we
the
have a
night.
bash?
Do you? But then I've seen like you've dedicated this book, the Facebook page that you were talking about. You said this book was inspired by the Facebook group Poetry School.
Yeah.
Yes, and hope the fans fire that they're written on and help inspiring talents in others.
Yeah.
Which is really noble. That's just a simple synopsis for you to know what's in the book.
In the book.
A summary of what's in the book. So is it a collection of?
It's a collection of poems
Mhm.
from Kenya by Kenyans to Kenyans.
Yes. So you can. How much does it go for?
It just goes for 250 shillings.
Just
Kenyan
250 Kenyan money.
Yes.
Kenyan currency, KSH 250.
Or KES.
Oh, where can you
250.
get them?
These books, if you join our group, you can ask for the book. We deliver them to you. If you see me anywhere and ask for a book, I'll give you if you
You
have the
remove
money.
it.
Yeah, anywhere.
Mhm.
And also, if you find Alex or Dickie Douglas or Ota, they'll also sell you the book.
Oh, they're also on Facebook.
Yeah. We also have our website, which is coming up soon. You can also get the book from there.
Oh, okay.
Poetry is cool.
Poetry is cool, and that it really is cool because there's some things that you guys do with poetry that the words really make a lot of sense and tells a story in a different way. So if you can just shed some light in, the story in your poetic story. How did you start? How did you feel? Not the one you told me that. What sparked that poetic side?
Okay. First, I was doing it for fun. I really didn't even know I was doing poetry, trust me. I was just doing something, and I'm like, people were like, okay, I never understand what you talk, so just come on and explain.
Demystify this for me.
Yeah, and one teacher asked me, you're so poetic, why do you fail in poetry? And I was like, I fail because I fail.
I fell in poetry because I fell because you didn't get the story. You know, the story. I guess sometimes you get to learn that behind poetry, like what I've come to learn from different experiences, different poets have come and shared different life for me. I've realized that poetry is all about understanding the story. If you understand the story behind it, you really get it.
Yeah.
You're good to go. So somebody gave you that wake-up call.
Yeah.
You're very poetic. Yeah, that was a harsh line. Why do you fail? What is the answer? I fail because I fail. Good line.
Seriously, if you ask me why I fail, I don't know why. Why should you ask me that? You're the teacher. You should tell me why I fail.
So you know.
You know. You should know why I fail. So.
But that was way back in high school, or primary,
no,
or way
it was
back.
in college.
In college.
Yes, I was doing English and.
Like, sad life.
Sad life.
Sad life. But then you grew to be, you know, a poetry lover.
Yeah,
so
and after that, I realized that poetry is cool because you write something from your heart, communicate with your pen to the paper, comes out awesome. After that, you can, if someone really pisses me off and I don't have words to tell them, I write for them a poem. Because that's the easiest way to tell you, my God, you're...
Yes, that one that I don't want to say, not on my poetry.
Yes, let me just tell you in writing. I send you that and you'll be like, oh, I pissed you off.
Yes.
You know,
you're one of those rappers who write retaliating poems.
I'm one of those people who always find a way of calling you a goat without really calling you a goat.
Why would you call anyone a goat?
Because sometimes people act like goats.
which takes me to the next segment. You talk about people acting like goats. Which habits really piss you off?
I hate when I'm texting and you're looking, especially number 3. My
Peeping.
God, you like this. Yani, by the time I send the text, you can even tell which word I'm writing before I finish.
Because you've been reading and you're following my text.
And some are even very, very courageous to tell you by the end, it can't be evil boss.
Wacha kuandika saksa na S, na X, andika na S.
Especially if you're old, for God's sake. You're old, leave me alone.
Leave me alone. Yeah, that is the only habit that pisses you off.
No. So many things pisses me off, especially when you're off, umetoka on stage, you know, you've not been prepared. It happens. It happens because we have busy lives. So you're off the stage, you find someone who is telling you, oh, you suck. Yani, I'm like. But
then some people.
And the person who is telling you suck can't be on that stage even to say his name.
but then I guess because we are all entitled to our opinions, people are free to say whatever they want. But then it's not good to tell somebody that. It's not good. I would advocate for it. You can.
You'd rather not compliment.
No, you can give a critic. You can give a reason why you think you suck.
And if you tell me I suck, give me a good reason.
Yes.
You know, you ask them why. Because they think you suck.
Because you just suck. Sad life.
Yeah, but that's what we are entitled to. You're a poet. You get people who don't appreciate the art, so they think you suck. You get other people who are like, I was moved. No, I was connecting. No, you don't even necessarily need to be moved. You know, when you connect to the piece and you really get what I'm talking about and have an open mind to understand, that's very important.
True.
Because if you don't understand, I don't see why you should tell me I suck, because you didn't understand why I said this. You know, you should ask me, what exactly did you mean when you said this?
Okay.
Yeah.
But then that was what you think about habits. So we should see what other people thought about habit and what other habits really annoy people. So sorry if I ruined your breakfast. But then it just had to be said. Those people just decide they can't excuse themselves and decide they're going to advertise their flu when you're having lunch or breakfast or a meal, or you're just decently sitting trying to eat.
And someone didn't need to recite. Oh my God, this is the time to blow my nose.
Perfectly, this is
annoying.
the time. It's annoying and it's a bad habit. Please stop. Please stop. And you can also ask you guys out there, what habits do you think really piss you off? What habits out there that a person does that is in the society that you feel we need to shed some light on, that you feel really, really annoys you? Tell us, share it on our Facebook line. Our lines are Aviation TV Kenya on Facebook, at Aviation TV Kenya on Twitter, hashtag Arise Africa. And also ask some questions to Aminata. You can hashtag Aminata, hashtag Arise Africa on our lines, the lines that are on our screen. So, and I mean, habits, you know, some of the things that really piss you, that is one of the habits, but then you've not seen the list. Hey, the people decide to spit on the road. Like I can tell, before I leave this place and I walk to the stage, you can tell by so many, those people do not excuse you on the road. They're clearly on the wrong lane. They are not keeping left, even on walking. Then they pretend now they're pissed more than you and they were the one bulldozing on your side.
Let me differ with you. That's being Kenyan. That's not being annoying. That's being Kenyan.
No.
If you don't do that, actually I don't feel like I'm in Kenya. I need
feel
to
strange.
Yeah, feel strange.
So you're advocating people should be badging on the street and passing with your shoulders?
Yeah.
Mwanaume ni nguvu.
Na mwanamke ni kusukumwa kwa
wait until umesukumwa kwa ukuta. That's the day you'll be like, oh my God, this is an annoying habit. But then it's just my opinion. Some people think it's okay.
I think it's okay.
It's okay. It's only that we are crowded and blame it on everything else, apart from etiquette.
And sana government.
Why would you blame the government with you walking?
Because we're Kenyans. You know, being a Kenyan is, this blackout, this technical problem. They ask you and you're like, tunaomba serikali.
Like it's a blackout. Go switch it on or complain to whoever is responsible.
Your host gun is late and you're like, tunaomba serikali. For God's sake, you're the one mwenye ulimbea ofa enda ushago.
Na amechelewa.
Amechelewa unaomba serikali.
Anasema sasa ni transport.
It's transport.
The transport system is very bad.
They banned the night.
But then there's sometimes we need assistance from the government, but then sometimes we can do everything by ourselves. Okay. I feel it's just getting that line in between.
I think that is also annoying. Telling the government to need everything. It's really annoying.
Not needing everything, like some things like we really, like we can't build a road with tarmac, not unless we do those serious county harambes.
Yes, but you can discipline those people who are misbehaving.
True, but you don't need the government for that.
You don't need the government for that.
True. You know, hint of things that you need to know. Words of wisdom from Amina. The things you do not need.
The things you don't need the government.
Things you don't need the government for. But then sometimes I think we're just too much. Yeah. I love our country. I love all we stand for, because sometimes I feel like if it wasn't like that, I wouldn't be like this. And I love myself for this, for being who I am. Oh. If you go out there, you'll be different. Like, he must be Kenyan. For all the good and the wrong reasons, but then all the same, you're Kenyan. True.
I met someone from Germany and he told me, you know, every time I see someone who never says sorry, excuse me, and thank you, sana, they're Kenyans.
Wow. I say like, thank you all the time.
That's a bad reputation. But we are Kenyans.
True. But then I feel like those are some of the words that really escape our minds, because we are a very fast nation. Yeah. We are always in a hurry to do something, even when there's no need to.
Actually, when you go to coast, you find those. It's everywhere. Rampant. Shukran. Huh?
There is?
Shukran. Asante, they're there. But when you come to Nairobi, you're very busy. I should visit that place where you wait for people so that they can board a bus, and they're clearly walking. I've encountered that once and I was not amused. I was like, I'm late me with my Bara syndrome. Apparently they call us Bara guys when you go to coast. Yeah, and I love them for that. You know, they give you a wake up call. Like you people, you in always na hurry. What? Ungekuwa na haraka ungeanza kesho safari.
Ungeanza jana. Ungeanza kusafiri jana.
Ungeanza kesho.
Ungeanza.
Ndio ufike jana.
So Amina, who inspires you? Who have you read that really inspires you?
Okay. Who inspires me in writing is Shakespeare a lot. In spoken word, I really listen to Sarah K and Phil K. Locally, that has to be Mufasa. Mufasa, yeah. You know, the way he connects with the piece, the way he writes about things that really happen, but we don't want to talk about them because maybe we're ashamed. Yeah, those are the people really good for me. And Raya Wamboy.
Yes.
Yeah.
She is phenomenal, by the way. if anyone has met her, she's phenomenal. But then those are some of the people who inspire your writing and your spoken word.
Not really writing, because my writing mostly is inspired by what I got through. Mostly I write about my life experiences, things that really piss me off, things that make me sad, and for a reason that I really don't understand, I really write about things that make me happy.
Why?
I think I'm too happy to write about them.
you can't concentrate on you can't get the concentration you need to write when you're happy.
Write when I'm happy. True. But when I'm sad, I write a lot. When I'm annoyed, when someone is really doing, like, there's a piece I really love, it's called Generations. This was inspired when I went to Shags and I'm doing everything wrong. Yani, you go everywhere, they don't like the way you dress, they don't like the way you talk, they don't like the way you sit, they even don't like the way you breathe. And I was like, really, what's wrong with everyone here?
That's the time you go like, you know what? Have your life, I have mine, we're cool like that.
No, you want to tell them that, but at some point you understand them. Because you see, most people in Shags, especially when you go to Shags when it's not holidays, they are old people. These old people, they think we are lost.
Oh yeah, the generation gap.
Yeah.
But then I think it has always been there, because I think even our fathers had problem with their fathers adjusting.
I think ours is too much. Because you see, the things that happen, there are other things that happen that are more wrong than what I do. Why do you concentrate on the minor wrong things that I do and leave on the big things that are happening right under your nose, and you can't see that? Because you want to see huyu mwenye ametoka huko kwenye kuna light. They have too much light. Yani, that's the only thing you want to see. Yet there is someone who was raped by their father next door. You can't see that. You can't even talk about that. But you want to talk about how I dress, how I sit, how I talk, how I eat. They're like, why are you eating with a spoon? Why are you eating with a fork? And you're supposed to be eating with a spoon.
With our hands.
Or with our hands. And I'm like, the food is hot.
That's just how I eat my food. With a fork. I've been doing this forever.
And I find it annoying to eat with my hands. I'm sorry, but our culture dictates that you need to eat with your hands, and our religion dictates that it's a blessing to eat with your hands. But most times, I like to eat very fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I can't eat very fast with my hands because the food is hot. I have to concentrate on napoza chakula na nakula. I need to concentrate on one thing.
The eating.
Yes.
But
I'm hungry. You want me to eat with my hands? Come on.
Now you know that about her. I mean, she likes eating with a fork because she likes concentrating on her food.
And I'll eat fast.
And you eat faster that way. Because it's better. Sometimes I feel like that is what we need. We need to drive our sense home. But then I understand the different generation gap, because sometimes our parents don't understand us. Sometimes we don't understand them. It might be coming from a really good place. They're saying that because they've been. Sometimes I feel like they've been there before. So there are times I agree with what they say. Eventually, I'm a very stubborn person. But then eventually, sometimes I agree with what they say. But then lazima nionje moto kwanza.
Yeah.
A little bit, and then I'm like, oh. He was right.
He was right.
He was right somewhere. But then that's all we are all about sometimes.
Yeah, we are all about generations. Even our kids will disturb us and they'll talk about us, but I'll be happy to listen. Especially when they're criticizing me, you're a bad mother, you don't even let me go to the disco, and I'll tell them I was never left to go to the disco until I was 18. So come on, you're not going to the disco.
You're not true. Wait until you're 18. You're old enough to
Yeah,
go there. But then
you're old enough
they'll
to take care of
they'll
yourself.
eventually sneak and go.
And they'll come and find me there.
Which is really interesting. So tell me how you juggle all that in your poetry, your career, because you have a different, which you haven't told us about. If you're free to, if you're open with it, you can tell us how you juggle those many things that you do, your writing, your performance, because poetry is all about performing sometimes, and there's a lot of shows happening. How you juggle your career and your family life, how you juggle all that.
It's easy and very hard. Very hard, because being at radio, I'm a reporter. You don't report ukangi mahali pamoja and wait for news. You have to go. Sometimes I have to be out of Nairobi. I need to be somewhere very risky, and your family, they want you back home. Your writing needs you. There's a show that you feel like, if I miss this one, I'll die. But you really have to miss it. Actually, it's the most painful moments in my life is when I need to attend a show and I can't because I'm working.
You feel like that part of you is dying.
I feel like, do I even really need this job? Yeah.
True, but then you remember, oh my God, I really need it.
I need it, especially when I look at my watch and I'm like, right now, right about now, the poet on stage might be very, very interesting, and I'm here. Or I should be on stage and I'm here concentrating with things that make me money, but they don't really interest me. That's
True.
the truth of the matter.
True.
Actually,
sometimes you have hard time juggling because there's so many things you need to do. Like, for instance, in the life of a Kenyan, there's so many things you need to do that are different. That are different. So if you think you need to ask something, if you need to ask Aminata something, remember hashtag Aminata on our page, Aviation TV Kenya, on Facebook, at Aviation TV Kenya, on Twitter. You can also tag her on her line, at...
hashtag Amina and Aminata, or on Facebook, Amina and Aminata.
Yes, hashtag Arise Africa. And remember, yes, and ask her anything. She's here. We are still having a good time. She can answer anything, any question that you throw at her, as random. But then I'll be sure to censor some of yours. Yes, as random. But then just keep the conversation going. Amina, what are some of the things that you feel like people should do on their own, like the do it yourself?
Okay, do it yourself without involving the government or without involving your parents.
Even in your home, as simple tips like in the house setting or at work, things that people should really do themselves. They don't need a special technician to do it.
At home, I think you really don't need a house girl to make your bed.
True.
And okay, I don't know if it's me or it's everyone, but me, when I come to your place, we wake up in the morning, I come to your bedroom, I find uliamka 3 hours ago, and you've not made your bed. It really annoys me. I feel like you're not responsible. You don't need a house girl to get your shoes and you umetupa hapa na ingine huko. You need, now you leave them there. Yeah, no, not even that. You take them to where they're supposed to be wiped or washed before. What's your house girl kazi si yake?
True.
So being lazy. At work, I hate when you're supposed to do something, then you come, and we're supposed to be working together. It's a teamwork. You come 1 minute to the time that we're supposed to be really delivering. That's the time you're coming. And okay, the most weird thing with these people is that when they get there, they take credit. We did this. And you're like, I did this, come on.
Not true. Those are some of the things. Let's see another thing that we can really do for ourselves.
As winter is approaching, a lot of people this time of year are trying to avoid catching a cold or catching a flu. And as gentlemen, we've talked about in previous videos the proper way to sneeze or to cough so as to not spread a virus or spread our germs around. So I thought I'd touch on this just a little bit more in this video. Now, when it comes to sneezing or covering your mouth for a cough or blowing your nose, there are really 3 options. And I'll let you choose which one is best. Now, option 1, that's your hand. And that's a really bad option for you and for others because it's going to spread germs. Option number 2, tissue. And option number 3, my personal choice, and the choice of most gentlemen, would be a handkerchief. You see, a handkerchief is a nice addition to a gentleman's attire. And the reason I say this is because in addition to being sanitary, it's also a bit more stylish than, let's say, a piece of tissue. You see, how does this look when you pull this out of your pocket? This looks pretty horrible. In fact, people are going to look at it and think it's actually gross. So, as a gentleman, we're trying to advocate, yes, to have a bit of style and a measure of sophistication, but also we want to have etiquette. And the proper way to have etiquette would be to simply carry a handkerchief in your pocket, to cover your mouth if you need to sneeze, or simply to dab at the side of your mouth as well. Could be used for any one of those reasons. But remember, you're going to come across as a gentleman if you're carrying this instead of that.
We are back, Amina, and I'm trying to go through your book, and there are a lot of stories in here. If you've not seen this book somewhere, it's called Poetry is Cool. It is a good book, pretty well done. You can see interesting colors behind it. Have you ever opened a book and it's just white and black and no picture? And if there's any, it's in photocopied black and white. I'm trying to look for a good piece in here that I can read randomly, and to just give them a gist of what is happening here. There's one called Kumpenda Mtu. Let me try show my Swahili side that is not there, that is non-existent. Kumpenda mtu kwa vishindo, lazima ufanye kutoa mwito. Kumdhamini haswa sito ni sisitizo. Bas, Swahili, my friend. Ama pendo hilo litapata mwisho. Kumpenda mtu ni jambo zito. Ombi na tabia zote ziwe zipo. Na uzuri na ukamilisho, roho itiliwe utue vitisho. Yes, I'm not continuing. The piece is by Ota. Ota, if you want more of that in here, it's in here. You can buy the book. She'll tell us how to get them. You can also tag us on our page to just help the link with the link on our page. Yeah. Remember to say Arise Africa, then you say what the book is all about. We'll be sure. I'm pretty sure somebody out there is wondering what is in here. Yes, my Swahili is not that bad.
You're trying.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
I'm trying. But then I'm blaming it on the system. I'm one of those people blaming it on everything. But then that is it. It's Kumpenda Mtu by Ota Ota. Is there anything by here in Swahili by Amina?
Yeah, let me see. Of course, you find something. It's about food.
It's about food.
Yeah.
I'm reading that because it's about food. It's about the things I love. But then if you can just tell us more. These were randomly compiled from different people?
From 4 poets. Mm-hmm. We came together. When I started the group, we were very many, and then there were active ones. The very active ones, we decided, okay, now let's do something that will make our fans more happy. That's why we came up with the book. The 4 of us, we wrote very many poems. We had like 500 poems. But we had to choose the ones
you sifted through and you're like, these are the best.
Not really the best. We're like, this is what we'll do for us. No, we used to get this, what really interests people. And we need to get all perspectives of love. You love your girlfriend, you love your boyfriend, you're heartbroken. That's also part of love, right?
Yes.
You're going through a hard time, you love your mother, you love your country. And if you're like me, you love food.
True.
Yeah.
I love food. I love all of those things that you've said. I love my relationships. I like my food. I especially love my food and my parents for being there. You know.
Yeah. And,
so I found something by you. It's called Kipenzi Changu. For those of you who don't know Kiswahili, Kipenzi Changu means my love. Let me see what this love is all about. Nina penzi kem kwa vipochopocho kem. Sijui lini litani rehemu na lini litani na lipi litani hukumu. Chapati au kaimati food zote nazipenda kwa 30. Nikipata sisemi eti sitaki. Wali wali na pia tambi, nikazila sioni dhambi, wala sioni soni haya.
Yeah.
Wala sioni soni, kupanua ya komboni. You guy, kwani wala kivipi wewe?
I eat. I tell you, I eat. It's not a joke.
Unasema napenda kula, baadaye utanipa kura. Interesting wordplay right there. Utemayo,
kwa ipendezayo. Kwa ipendezayo yangu sura.
Which style is this? Umetavyo. Oh, kwa umetavyo.
Kwa imetavyo yangu sura.
Oh, glowing.
Yeah.
Swahili, my friend. Imetavyo yangu sura na umbo kama Zuhura. New challenge, my friend. You dared me to read in Swahili. Yes, I can do Swahili as horrible as my English
it's
is.
It's horrible.
Thank you very much for
it's
being
horrible.
honest.
Yeah.
But then I'm getting there.
You're
getting there.
Unakam.
I cannot have an accent because I didn't stay in Pwani. I stayed in Bara. But then some people who have stayed in Bara are really good in Swahili. I think I should start channeling my Swahili side.
Yeah.
But
actually, Swahili is all about interest.
But then I love this piece because it's about the things you love. And you're very categorical. It is food. Chapati au kaimati, zote nazipenda kwa 30. Hata sibagui.
Yeah. Nikizila sioni soni.
Nikizila sioni soni. Wewe utaona soni peke yako. Hata upanue yako mboni. Hata mboni is pupil.
Yeah.
Hata upanue yako mboni. It's just really interesting. It's a piece by Amina N. Aminata. That's her stage name. That's what she goes as. And it's so many other pieces. There's a very short piece here about You and Me. I guess it's about love. There's about music by D.K. Douglas. There's just a lot of this book in here.
And there is popcorn that comes to show you that I really love food.
Amina has written another piece about popcorns.
No,
I rest my case. I rest my case, but then it's pretty interesting. The poetry really is cool. Like I get to read it. I've gotten to be a poet today. I just performed a piece.
Oh yeah.
Yes, as horrible as it is.
You know, your stage performance was not horrible. Your Swahili is the one that you need to work on.
Uhuru wa mwandishi. That is what I'm going with. My Swahili is horrible because I want it to be uhuru wa mwandishi.
Yeah.
Good comeback. That's how you save yourself. That is how you save yourself. So I mean, I'd like us to go on a segment before you come and perform a little bit of your pieces in the in the performance lounge. But then before that, there's a segment I call the good vibes. You just sift through and see some of these things that have been done creatively by people out there.
Wow.
Just right here on Arise Africa.
Let's see.
Okay.
And we're standing side by side. What it takes to come alive. The way I'm feeling, I just can't deny. Got to let it go. Found love in a hopeless place. To me fatal, to me fatal. We found love in a hopeless place. My fancy way. Shine a light through an open door. Love and life I will divide. Turn away 'cause I need you more. Feel the heartbeat in my mind. It's the way I'm feeling, I just can't deny. But I got to let it go. Without
video. This was definitely the most meaningful, special video that I've ever put up, just personally to me. And I just have to give the biggest thanks to Ventribe. Ventribe flew Devin Graham and I to Kenya, and we got to see amazing places and meet just some of the most incredible people that I've ever met. And so thank you to Ventribe for making this all possible. And for everyone else, please check out their links in the description. You can win really cool stuff from their Facebook page, and their website has a whole collection of very authentic Kenyan clothing and accessories, and some of which they actually let me wear in the video, which I was stoked on. You can check out Devin Graham's video right there, and you can see his take on our Kenyan experience. And yeah, thanks for your support.
Hi, good morning. My name is Amina N. Aminata, and I'm going to do a piece for you called Generations. This is one of my favorites. Yeah, hope you get entertained. Don't take this as a court petition. I'm just trying to give my reasons. Again, these are not allegations. It's all about my generation. I'm from a generation that we are a working nation, where every woman is working class, where hitting 30 without a kid is a pass. I'm from a generation where my natural wash is my mom's decoration that shine because she smears me with lotion. I'm from a generation where my dad is a businessman who deals with a little bit of everything. Maybe that's why I know how to do nothing, but I expect to get everything. I'm from a generation where at 16, I'm introduced to pills. Now I only know one way to pay my bills. Yeah. Those are the deals I seal. I'm from a generation where at 16, I still don't do dishes because my parents think that's child abuse, which they strongly condemn. I'm from a generation where parental guidance is rationed, where abortion is not abomination. We do it as a precaution, right? I'm from a generation where my dad takes me as a second wife, where my brother and sister in public, they hold lips. Where we don't keep visions because success is this current mission. I'm from a generation where we do everything wrong, where our morals pong. Yet you want me to stand strong? Come on. Stop with those accusations. I've not given you any reasons. Again, this is just a justification for you to comprehend my generation. Remember, this is not a court petition. It's just me giving my reasons. Again, they're not allegations. It's all about my generation. Thank you. This second piece is called I Wish I Were Two. A very short one, but very dear to me. My heart constricts and bursts all at the same time, at the very touch, sight, smell of these human beings. My mouth goes dry, my lips tremble at the very wish, notion, thought of these human beings. My love lands deep in essence, presence, and absence of these human beings. I hold them high in esteem, both in mind, soul, and spirit. Maybe that's why I wish I were two, to have my cake and eat it too, because these guys are two and both they cannot do. To be two would be cool. Like I'm not aspired to curl each of me and my guys cocoon, enjoying a cocktail, maybe two. Comparison between the two? That's impossible. I wish you knew. So doomed seems so good to these guys who ooh. My heart beats for two. Three is a crowd, I know the rule. So I wish I were two, to have my cake and eat it too. Thank you.
Wow. That was fantastic. I wish we were two, to have my cake
and eat it too. Yeah. Every day I wish I were two. Every time when I'm working, when I'm out there. And most times when you're in love with two people,
True.
you wish you're two.
I just feel like sometimes, you know, when we are having our life and going through, we really wish we could just double up and just have all this thing done at once.
Yeah. Sometimes I even wish I were 10.
So that you can just split and just
so
do
that
them.
I can be at work, at home, and at a poetry gig, and having fun somewhere else.
It's never gonna happen.
Yeah.
Keep dreaming.
Keep
But
wishing.
keep wishing.
Keep wishing.
Keep wishing. But then our lines have been open. I just thank you for those who've been tuning in, for those who've tuned in, they're watching, and they're keeping us interacted. Amina, how do you? Yes. What is your beauty tip?
Beauty tip? Do I have
Yes.
any? I'm a tomboy, so I don't think I have a beauty
Yeah,
tip.
there you have it. Yeah, she doesn't have a beauty tip. She's a tomboy. Is that what she calls herself?
I'm a reformed tomboy, so so every morning I wake up and I remember I have to go to work, so I have to put on my lipstick. I need to make myself look like I'm leaving. Anyway, if I was to choose, I would wake up and go to work just the way I am.
The way you woke up.
Complicating things, because I believe beauty comes from within. This outside, it's not beauty.
Yet sometimes I feel like we create this facade that we are having, you know, we are having all this, masking what's inside. But then it's good to look good sometimes, and you know, just feel confident. I feel like when you look good, it makes you feel confident. That's my point of view.
No. Let me tell you something. If you feel beautiful from inside, you don't need to do anything outside, because automatically you look beautiful.
True. True. Quoting Amina for that. Later, I'll quote. Let me just quote you now. I'll quote you now. But then, thank you so much. It has been real. It has been so much fun. You took your time off to just come for Rise Africa. So thank you. Thank you so much for being here. I've had so much. Nowadays, I seem to be laughing a lot. And then it's because of you guys. Like, you make me laugh a lot. We've gotten that new book. So remember to send that link on our page so that people can get it. And if you liked what you did on that link that she'll send, just send her your comment, tell her what you feel, and remember to hashtag her on also her lines. You can put it on Arise Africa. Send us your link here so that we can.
I send you my link.
Yes.
Thank you very much for having me. I had fun. I had
did.
a lot of fun, and being with you here, I feel like I'm home. I even forgot I'm on air.
True, it has that comfortable feel.
It's very comfortable in here, and having me here is a pleasure. I feel like you really recognize what you're doing. You people is awesome.
Thank you.
Because you see, these people, poets, we've been neglected for a very long time. Though there's a gap, we have our downfalls, but you people, you're trying to raise us up, and we are rising up like Africa.
True, but that's the way to go, because I feel like it's the only field that's not being tapped as it should. But then it also has room to grow. We'll get to a place where it will be impossible to get a poet because they're too busy. They're too busy. It has actually gotten to that point, because sometimes you guys are so busy. It's impossible to find you.
I'm waiting for that day where I'll be too busy doing poetry.
True.
And it's coming.
It's coming so fast. But then I just love what, because I cannot write poetry to save my life. I just write winky, twinkle, itsy bitsy spider climbing out the wall, then merge it with row your boat, then try rhyme something, then like, oh my God, that piece is deep. So original.
Yeah, from me.
From me, and write my name proudly down there, Michael Mwikamba. Very busy. But then, I like to end this part sadly. But then we'll keep on talking even off air. It's only that we've got a lot of things also lined up for the show. So keep on watching Arise Africa. But then before I leave, there's some special people I like to thank every day. They always make this happen. The Arise Africa team. It's not. I'm the only person they see, but then there's so many other people working alongside and with me as a team to make this happen. I'd like to thank Alex Munyao, the man behind my camera, and Kefa Mito in absentia. Some of them are missing because they have other projects, but then they were here making it happen. There's Raphael, the man who did my camera today. Emmanuel traveled, so he's missing too. There's my director Sefu. There's Kevin, the man who also deals with my graphic and making sure it's there, and also sometimes transmit. But then there's Joel, who's my producer. And two ladies who make everything happen even on habits and good tips and help.
Oh,
They tell me like, this is healthy. This is what you should do. Then I'm like, oh, fantastic. So there's Rose and there's.
And it had to be ladies.
They
I
know.
love you people.
They know. They know what they say sometimes. You know.
All the times.
We are not getting feminist here now.
Oh, okay.
But then so there's Immaculate, there's Rose, there's Triza. They always make things happen here on Arise Africa. But then before we leave, we're meeting here same time, same place tomorrow, doing this, or not tomorrow, it's a Friday. Oh, I forgot, we're keeping it African. On Monday we meet here same time, same place, and we go on our feature. But then bye-bye for now.
Well, bye.
Hello and welcome to Travel Mombasa. Today I take you to the Mombasa Water Sports Club. Welcome. Not far from Mombasa Town Centre and just a few kilometers from the Mombasa Polytechnic University College in Tudor lies the Mombasa Water Sports Club, a quiet and yet entertaining fun club facing the ocean. The sports club management charges a fee of only 50 shillings per individual for any activity carried out within the club. This, as you can see, is a luxurious boat which you can rent when you come here with the family, and it has a steering wheel just like a car and the gearbox just like a car. It's very nice and very relaxing. You can enjoy with the whole family, like during the weekends. We met with Mr. Suleiman, who is the captain of the Sea Princess boat for a period of 10 years now, and he welcomed us into the Sea Princess, where we had an interview with him. I'm with Mr. Suleiman, the captain of the Sea Princess boat, and he'll tell us more about this boat and his work.
Mimi ni captain wa boti hii na mwenye boti hii Mr. Ayub Sadat. Yeye ndiye mwenye duka ile ya Sonara Boda Joylis.
He's the owner of the boat.
Yeah.
Okay, katika hii miaka 10 ambao ulikuwa ukifanya kazi na hii boat, ulikuwa ukifanya kazi aina gani, na aidha ni uvuvi peke yake ama unatembeza wageni pia?
Mimi natembeza wageni na uvuvi. Tunakwenda huko deep sea kabisa, tunashika samaki wale wakubwa, sailfish.
Na usalama wa kutembea na hii boat, wa usalama wake ni yani ina usalama ama pashatokea ajali?
Hakuna ajali hata moja ilitokea, na usalama hapa upo. Kuna life jackets, kuna kila kitu hapa ambacho kina shida iliyopata kwa hizi boti ambazo si hizi ya kwanza, lakini katika shida zilizopata hii siku moja peke yake nilikwenda huko sehemu za Malindi na boti yangu kamalizika na petroli, yani diesel. Hapo nilipata tabu kidogo, lakini kwa vile tuna vifaa vya kupiga radio call na tulipata usaidizi na tukavutwa mpaka Kilifi Port Yard. Kwa hivyo ni hiyo pekee yake, lakini sipata shida yote katika miaka 30 yote iliyopita. Zaidi hapo, kazi ya uvuvi ni nzuri sana, kwa sababu unakwenda kule unavua samaki, unapata kitoweo, wengine unauza, inakusaidia kwa mapeni ya watoto skuli. Usalama huko katika baharini si kama zamani waweza kujiendea, wala kuna security, lakini security siku hizi nzuri sana. Upite hapo paka upige over ujulikane umetoka na uweke flag ya Kenya, ndio ujulikane kama yule ni mvuvi. Hakuna boti hapa katika Kenya inaweza kwenda vua huko nje bila kuonekana flag yake. Ukionekana haina flag, unafuatwa mbio na Kenya Navy ama na polisi hapa Kenya.
As you can see, safety is a priority here, and anyone who wants to go on the boat or swim in the ocean has to put on a lifesaver's jacket. There are a number of activities which take place at the Mombasa Water Sports Club, such as going on a boat tour in the ocean, surfing, and even fishing. Within the club is the Alishan restaurant, which is open 7 days a week. And this was where we got the chance to interview Mr. Kasim, one of the boat owners and also one of the management of the restaurant. Okay, I have Mr. Ahmed Kasim here with me.
Yes, how are you?
An owner of one of the boats here at the Chuda Sports Club. And he'll tell us more about how business is doing currently and more about his business.
Hello guys, my name is Ahmed. As the lady told you here. I've been working here for the last 10 years. I'm in charge of the restaurant and all the boats here we have. We have boats which belong to some people, they are private boats. We have boats for going out for fishing. We have a lot of activities around here.
What are the challenges that you're faced with?
Currently, right now, we thank God, but right now the business are slow because of the current situation in the country and the politics which are going around here. But here we are safe. We haven't got any problems. We haven't got any cases of robbery, nothing like that, because we have security up there. At night we have security. We have CCTV cameras here. And we have a team which is working together with the security team. They do patrolling all around here all the time. So security here, we don't have a problem. And we stay till night here. We're open till 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock.
Okay, and as a boat owner, are you required to have a license?
Yeah, it's a must. It's a part of our Kenyan rule and it's a part of our Kenyan Navy rule. There are some safety precautions you must have, like a lifesaver, and there is a license for the boat, there is a registration for the boat.
And how much is that?
The license per year is 15,000.
15,000.
And you must need a flag if your boat is in Kenya. You must need a Kenyan flag on your boat. If you don't have that flag, then you'll be in trouble with the police, because every now and then there's patrolling going around here. Police are patrolling here, Kenya Marine are patrolling here. So if you have a boat, it's nice that you have a permit, fishing permit. There's also a fishing permit you need. And there's a license for the boat, registration for the boat. That's it. If you have all these safety things, then you can go out fishing.
Okay, and I mean, according to all this, the boat owners, they're allowed to fish here. Are any individuals, apart from the boat owners, allowed to fish here also?
As long as your boat is here and as long as you're a member, you're allowed.
Because there are some people, I mean individuals, who cannot afford to have the boats. Are they allowed to fish in this area?
If you are non-member and if you want to fish around here, just pay a fee of 50 shillings. You can fish the whole day.
You can fish.
You can fish, but only around the jetties. But if you need the boat, if you want to go out for fishing, there's a fee of 20,000 shillings. That's 24 hours, because if the petrol, the license and every safety precautions, the boat owner will pay. So you just come out here, he'll take you out whole day.
And 20,000 is per session?
It's per day.
Per day?
Per day, yeah.
Okay.
Because the fuel is too expensive and the maintenance is too expensive, that's why it's expensive. But you go out, you go very far out deep sea.
Okay. After all the day's work, the boats are covered with a special canvas in order to protect them from dust and strong rays from the sun. Thank you for joining me throughout the show. Join me next week for more insights on ATV. I've been your host, Sabah Salim.